Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for X-Men Gold issue 1. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 187, and that show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And if you want to go check out the exclusive comics in the description below, there is a link, and the episode will be annotated. But let's start talking about X-Men Gold issue 1, which overall I like the cover. Still don't love Kitty's new style, but it works for the cover, and I like it. I like that classic feel you get, and of course you have the side artwork to really give that classic feel. Let's go into the interior artwork though. Overall, I like the artwork more than I expected because, again, I didn't really like Kitty's new look because it made her look a lot older than I feel like she is. So I still don't really like her new style, but I really like the coloring. I like the bright coloring, even if the pencils are a little bit grittier than I think it needed to be. Because, you know, this is kind of a lighter story in a lot of ways. The pencils felt a little gritty, but I like the coloring a lot. That makes it really bright, and it's a good contrast to what we get. So overall, I like the artwork more than I expected to from the preview pages that we've seen in the past. Now, moving on to the story. So with this issue, we just get to see Kitty as leader. What does that mean for the X-Men? And Kitty's an awesome leader, and one thing I have to say is Mark Guggenheim has such a great voice for Kitty. Now, I'm a huge Kitty Pryde fan. She's my second favorite superhero of all time, second favorite character of all time, and I love the character, and it's so nice to have this voice for her, and to know her past, but also to see that she has a strong future, and strong future stories to tell. And, you know, it's even with that first scene where this building is falling, and she just tells all her friends, tells her teammates, all right, you do this, you do that, and she phases through a whole building, and that just shows how badass Kitty is. So I love that they really show her strength, because I think a lot of people just think that her powers are very defensive. If you don't know Kitty, you would think, she's kind of a weak character. All she can really do is phase, but she uses those phases powers to make her power set very strong. Also, she has a huge martial arts background. She's very smart. I feel like a lot of times people don't talk about that, but she knows a lot about technology. So I like that you're really seeing her strengths here and showing that she's a powerful character, which she is. And a powerful leader, even though she's kind of dealing with financial problems right now, she's still dealing with it. I love that they bring up her past adventures too. It's like, hey, you know, I dealt with being phasing through a bullet for like a year, and well, I don't know how much a time period would be in the comics, but it was actually a couple of years. But she was phasing through a bullet. She was taken over by a demon. You know, all the list of things that's happened to her. So I like that they remember all those adventures, and that she could, you know, go through this. But I think what's the strongest aspect of this issue, and why I feel like it's the X-Men going back on track and knowing exactly what the X-Men's all about, it's Kitty's relationship with her team members. She has strong relationships with everybody here. Nightcrawler, Rachel, Colossus, Storm, Logan. Even though it's kind of weird to see Logan because he's Old Man Logan, so it's kind of weird to see their connection. And it's kind of obvious that it's Guggenheim wanting to write regular Logan and Kitty. But you kind of look over it because it is Logan and Kitty, and you want to see more of that. But it's cool seeing their different dynamics, even just the different names that everyone calls her, which is, you know, goes back to past stories, like you have Storm calling her Kitten, you have Colossus calling her Katya, you know, so it's cool to see the different connections she has with her teammates, and that is why it makes a strong team. You care about these characters, you care about these characters interacting with each other, and that makes for a strong X-Men team. And then leading into the end, the cliffhanger of the issue, which was so classic X-Men, and that was seeing the new Brotherhood. It's like finally seeing the Brotherhood again. It just like feels so classic, but also new because of Kitty's leadership. It doesn't feel like, I've seen this before. There's a freshness to it. So overall, I love this issue. Again, my only nitpick was the artwork, making Kitty look a little older than she is, but I really liked it, and I'm super looking forward to more of the X-Men titles, and especially X-Men Gold. If you're a fan of past X-Men and classic X-Men, I think you're getting this, but you're not rehashing old stuff. You are getting fresh stories here, which I do like. And I do wonder who the new Brotherhood is. Kind of looks like Liz Allen from the Ultimate Universe there. I don't think it is. I'm sure it's somebody else, but it'd be cool if they kind of mixed the Ultimate Universe stuff with this story. We'll have to see, but X-Men Gold issue 1 gets 4.5 stars, very close to being my pick of the week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page for Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.